Mel, congratulations, fantastic win. Can you talk about your race? Did you expect that result or was it a surprise to you?
It was a surprise to me because I know there's some very strong riders in that race, and it wasn't easy, and I knew who to watch as well, so it was a very hard race, and I knew that I could possibly stick with the people in front, but then to actually get the win, I didn't think I would do that. When we were 4 in the end, I was like, well, I hope I get into the medals, but it just worked out to finish first. So,
can you talk about the tactics in the last couple of laps, how things played out?
Well, Siobhan and Olivia were doing a lot of attacking. Actually, almost every time on the lap was kind of bumpy on the way out, and on the way in was fairly flat. So the time to attack was on the bumpy bit, and it was a bit of a headwind as well. So that was the place to go. And both Olivia and Siobhan went on those places, and I followed them, and we whittled down the group more and more and more. So in the end, I think we had 8 people in the last 3 laps to go, I think, and then next time down, it whittled down to about 4 people. And we worked together fairly well. Like, some people weren't pulling as much, but we made them pull. So in the end, we worked actually quite well together, just to get a gap to the next group behind us. And we even worked well together on the finish, towards the finish. Like, even at 3K to go, we were still rolling through. And Olivia attacked at 1K to go. And obviously then everybody is for themselves. We went around the corner, and 500 meters to go. Olivia and Siobhan and Lydia were on the other side, and I was on the left side, and just went towards the finish. At 200 meters to go, I didn't see them going. I decided that's where I go, and went for the sprint and never looked back.
You were on the other side of the road to them. Was that a deliberate tactic on your part? Did you decide that you wanted to do it that way, or what was the reason?
Actually, I did. I decided to be on the inside of the corner because I thought that people would attack out of the corner, and then I wanted to be on the shorter length around the corner, but they didn't actually attack out of the corner, so I was already on the left side, so I just stayed on the left side, and they were watching each other on the right side. Maybe they didn't watch me, and maybe I slipped through at that point, and just when they were watching each other, that they missed me somehow, or I don't know.
But yet you had a very big gap at the end, so I mean, I think it's clear that you were very strong in that sprint, that it wasn't luck, that it was strength as well.
I am actually quite confident in my sprint. I'm getting more and more confident now, so the first time I found out I had power was when I went for a sprint with my power meter just in the off season, and I was hitting wattages over 1,000 watts, which is for me very high. And I was able to outsprint my husband a few times, so I knew that I had a good sprint. But I never had the confidence in a race to actually go for it. Except now I've done a lot more road racing this year, and it came down to a lot of sprints. And some of them I win, so I know that I can sprint now, and now I'm using this fact as well. And they possibly didn't know that either. So,
can you talk about your background, both where you're from and also how you got into the sport and what you've done in the last couple of years?
Well, I started off mountain biking 5 years ago, and in Ireland, unfortunately, there isn't that many people mountain biking. So I was going up in the ranks in mountain biking, and unfortunately, the competition isn't so great, so I have to do most of my racing abroad. But this year, I'm also a student, still a PhD student, and I'm trying to finish off my PhD. So this year is just the time where I have to finish it off, and the traveling is taking so much out of me that I decided I'm going to do more local racing. And road racing is a lot less hassle. Road training as well is a lot less hassle. Like, you generally don't have to clean your bike every ride, after every ride. So the road racing just suited me, and I was doing more and more. I'm getting better at it, I think, and I'm learning more. At each race I learn something. It's just amazing that it feels like every race I have something new. And so I was doing a lot more road racing this year, and last year I got Irish citizenship and was able to now declare for Ireland. So this is the first time I was able to ride the national champion road race. So I did. And
now you have the Irish jersey, so will that mean a lot to you, you think, in this next year to be able to wear it?
Yes, it actually hasn't quite sunk in yet. I'm not really thinking about it at the moment. I think when I sit down and when it's getting quiet, I'll actually realize what it means. And yeah, I'd say, I mean, I always thought it was so cool when people have the 3 stripes on the side, and I always wanted to have stripes on my side. And I know in Germany, if I'd ridden for Germany, it's such a big country and so much more competition, I possibly would never have been able to get it, or get the German stripes. So now riding for a smaller country with a little bit less competition, still very strong competition, but the chance to get a jersey is higher here. So I'm really, really happy about that. I always wanted to have the stripes, and now I have the stripes, so I'm happy, yeah.
What's next for you this year? What's on your plans?
To be honest, I don't really have much of a plan. I want to do the mountain bike nationals. They're coming up in about 4 weeks' time, so I will be spending a lot of time on the mountain bike in the next while. I don't know, I'd like to do the World Championships in the time trial. I still am learning a lot about time trialing. I do think I can still improve. I got the silver medal in the time trial national champs, but I still think I can still get better at that. So maybe if I get the chance to ride in the Worlds, I would love to do that.